Oh, Gluminati. Yeah. It's, John, didn't you walk home in the snow last year? Yeah, that wasn't even that long ago. I think it was this winter. I walked
did
home.
You get your car fixed?
Yeah. Yeah. The car's fine. Yeah. The transmission line went out while I was sitting in an Arby's drive-through, which it was the longest line I've ever been in my life. It was like 20 minutes just to get to like the pickup window and leave. And right before I got to the pickup window, the car in front of me moved and I hit the gas and it looked like I had like a sensation of going backwards. And then eventually I went forward and I'm like, I'm going to have to pay attention on that next time. And then when I got to the window and they gave me the food and all that, my car would not move.
Why did you you just explain like what sounded like an out of body experience? But it's
because it wasn't catching. The car wasn't catching. I actually was rolling backwards.
Oh.
So then when I hit the gas harder, it pushed me forward. But I knew because I was like, man, I'm going to hit that gas kind of hard. But by the time I picked up my food, it was dead. Like I was the asshole that basically stalled their car right at the drive-thru. Yeah, fucking a 20-minute line of people behind me. So I had to get up, but also I was close to the wall, so I had to squeeze. I'm not the smallest guy, and I had to just squeeze out my door with the car in neutral and start pushing. And then it was going nowhere. Like my weak, withered arms.
No one helped you?
No, like a lot of people like. You could get out and
I had
push.
been there, I would have steered for you, brother.
No, they sat in their car. They're like, get the fuck out of the way. So eventually, I just summoned up the will to survive, the humiliation, and I got a little bit of momentum into the car, pushed it just out of the way, and then I think it died out or something like that. And I started up again, and it caught. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to get this as close to home as possible because I was only, 6-minute drive from home. And it did. It made it all the way to my town, where I ended up coasting in to this auto repair shop that I use somewhat frequently. It's the one I go to.
Yeah.
Coast in there. I can barely get into a handicap parking spot, so I'm kind of pushed. I'm in their driveway. And then when I get in there and I explain, they're like, "We don't do transmissions anymore."
Ugh.
I'm like,
oh my word.
Yeah, I ended up having to get it. Towed, and then they ended up fixing it and whatnot. But because I had warmed my car up before I left to go to Arby's, so I took the house key off so I could lock the door. So then when I got back in the car, I just threw the house key in like the cup holder. So when I left the automotive place, I said, I don't have my fucking key.
So, did you ever get a spare key, like a hide a key made?
No, look, I'm not going to learn my lesson. I just keep a closer eye on the keys. But anyways, by the time I got home, I'm like, fuck, no key. And I had to break into my house. So, and then I hung out in my sunroom, just freezing my butt off for, about an hour until I called the wife. I called the wife. She showed up about an hour later. Let me in.
She made you wait.
Well, she got out there as quick as she could, So I wasn't dying,
So sad.
Yeah, and I was eating my cold Arby's because by the time I got home, it was just
the whole time I've been listening to the story. I was like, did he get his fucking food?
Look, I went going to Arby's.
That's the fatty in you, Shane.
Yeah, going to Arby's was like, because I was like, I'm not going to McDonald's. I'm going to go to the next town over and get some Arby's because you don't have Arby's in forever. It's a treat, And I'm like, I'm going to get some curly fries and I'm just going to enjoy the shit out of this. I'm going to eat it and just love it. And yeah, and then I ended up just eating. It was all fucking cold. The curly fries were cold. And I was just like, fuck. So that's that story. Yeah, I did get in. I didn't die.